you're trying to set a vision for where you're headed. And like, I'm sure there's people that want to build startups in AEC that'll listen to this podcast. So you have to have a big vision. Like if you don't have a big vision, why is anybody going to care about what TestFit's doing?
Yeah.
Like, oh, all we do is automate your laborious tasks away. Like that mission is pretty flimsy, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's not a whole lot of bite to that. And frankly, it's not really why I'd want to spend, 7 or 8 years of my life on a problem, right? So there's a much deeper issue, is that affordable housing in the US is a complete disaster. And if we can make the market for this kind of information more easily accessible, we can actually start to get a better ecosystem for manufactured housing, which, by the way, is only 0.3% of units constructed in the US per year right now is manufactured housing. So that's dire. Like, think about all of the billions of dollars put into that part of the ecosystem, and it has not been fruitful.
Yeah.
I think most of it has to do is like people just don't understand that, if you get in early with modular, you can have an incredible project that hits financial metrics effectively. And how do you convince a developer that's done 20,000 units in their career to change?
Yeah, that's true. So have you talked to a lot of government entities on using TestFit for their affordable housing projects and the benefits of it?
So affordable housing developers are some of the coolest people that I've had the fortune to connect with, over the last 5 years. I mean, my experience in industry was, the most expensive apartments you could possibly build and rent out. So it was really like a high design focus on apartment buildings, whereas the affordable world is, they call it workforce, which is really like, how do you create affordable housing for teachers and people that, and firemen, like people that just make society actually run.
I think they call them the missing middle. That's the term.
Missing middle is a, yeah, I mean, you could say missing middle is like from the density of like, 4 dwelling units in a project to maybe 50, it's like, and with parking, like parking strategies that don't make cars the masters of the known universe. That's missing middle. Workforce housing is like, we're the city of San Francisco, and we need to respect the fact that people that run the subway there, like this society, like the groups that actually run society, we're not doing a great job caring for them at all in terms of their ability to live in this country. And that's like, that's motivation for me to keep pushing in TestFit.
So how could TestFit positively affect that group of people?
So you can speed up the market for information. Again, I cannot disrupt design bid build.
Yeah.
That contract, for better for worse, and commodity is here to stay. There's a lot of growth, I think, that you could take if you were able to eliminate that as a problem. But so operating within the confines of design bid build, we have to get everybody on the same page faster. And if you can get everybody on the same page faster, you eliminate a lot of the sort of overhead that it takes to get to a feasible deal for all of these people to dive into. And what I mean by that is a leadership team in a real estate company or a principal at an architecture firm, they are spending their nights and their weekends on these deals, trying to get them solved. This is how you create, more work for your firm, is creating deals and solving them. And right now the hit rate for architects is, it's 1 in 20.
Yeah.
The hit rate for developers is 1 in 100. So and that's just absurd, right? Like, and that's a scheme ratio. It's not a deal ratio.